All right, friends, it's T, and I'm back with another video on a gym lifting gear slave himself. Yes, I've never heard of this channel before or this dude. It's called GetRawNutrition, yeah, I'm gonna do a reaction video to this dude. So GetRawNutrition says full day of eating tips for better digestion. IFBB Pro Brett Wilkin. Oh, Brett Wilkin. Okay, he's an IFBB Pro. Ooh. All right.
You want to get something, you're going to refuel that glycogen into the muscles. You want to initiate.
Wait a second. You got to refuel that glycogen in the muscles, but muscles can hold a lot of glycogen. Science tells you that. It can hold 40 pounds of glycogen, 50, even 60. It can hold a lot. What you're misconstruing is these different energy sources. Some load in the muscle, some load in the liver, and some load in the triglyceride. You're really just getting fat. He really is just getting fat. He's not building muscle. Muscle is extremely hard to build, I think. Again, oh, you're going to say, well, he's taking steroids, though. Yeah, man, steroids, they don't build muscles, broski. A muscle has to be, it has to be orchestrated. It goes through a series of events to actually build. You understand me? I think people really are just out. Okay, so he's gonna eat a lot of glycogen. Does glycogen build muscles? No, protein does.
The recovery steps. You want to get food. You want to get energy.
You don't need any glycogen. You don't need any drug-induced carbohydrate fake diets. Artificial diets create artificial muscles. But you don't need any of that. You need protein. Animal protein is what you need to build muscles. Again, that's just what I'm trying to explain to you. What would he look like on steroids if all he ate was animal protein? Since science tells you protein synthesis needs to exceed that breakdown to see that mass on that myofibrillar.
As fast as you can. So you want to go with the more fast-acting sources. So what that calls for is I'm going to go...
Fast-acting sources? There's only one kind that loads, the best that loads in muscle, and that would be potatoes. Doesn't spike insulin, and it's slow-acting. Look at him, he can barely walk, he's hobbling. He hobbles from side to side. It's all that disgusting glycogen he's holding in his muscles. I bet you he doesn't even bother to understand what bodybuilding really is, because why should he? Why should he? It doesn't really matter to him. It's a business. So, you know, it's just sarcoplasmic hypertrophy muscles he's carrying, just artificial muscles. And the steroids are holding it in his muscle as an energy source because it thinks it's taking him through a famine because he's injected hormones. What happens when you starve yourself? What goes up? Your hormones. Why? Because it's trying to preserve all the energy sources in the muscle and the fat. It doesn't want to burn it. You understand me? But then when it has to, it'll tap in. What's the first place it'll tap in? Muscle, and then it'll go for the fat, then eventually it'll go for the bone. So think about it. What is he doing? He's injecting steroids. The body is confused. It thinks we're going through a famine. And then he starts eating a lot. Well, we're not going through a famine. Oh my gosh. And so what does it do? It wants to preserve energy. Where does it preserve that energy? Everywhere. It preserves it everywhere, especially in the muscle and the triglyceride. But because he's mixing the stack with anabolics, it most likely will not load into the triglyceride. That's why they usually have what you would call, you say low body fat, thin skin. It loads into the muscle. He's still fat. It's just an energy source. It just loaded in a different place, the muscle. He's a typical ectomorph, but what would happen if you met a guy that was 600 pounds fat, like real fat, like a natural 600-pound fat man, and he took steroids? You think he would look like this guy because he injected steroids? See what I mean? Wow, he has kids. It's amazing.
Big stop.
Let's see.
Oh.
I want to move. I want to scroll to his food day.
Ivana, what's your stop?
No.
On the ground, different devices, so I'm able to do a lot of stuff at home, which helps a lot and saves a lot of time. So as you saw, I have this little one, a 13-month-old that we have right now that
Okay.
is the non-vegetables, but I get a lot of that from the daily greens. Obviously, GI Plus is going to help with your GI.
Non-vegetables. So what he does, he takes all these chemical-induced so-called vegetables or whatever processed stuff from companies. It's more like sales stuff. He wants to sell you on this like it has some magic powers. Doesn't have anything other than it's toxic. It'll destroy your body, your figure. It'll destroy your good looks. If you are good looking, it'll destroy you. If you want to become good looking, well, you're never going to become good looking taking this. It'll just make you more ugly.
Glutamine is huge for digestion.
Just use him as an example. Look at his face. Does he look attractive to you? Are you attracted to this guy? How about this big bloatness, him walking around hobbling with all this like this bubbly look? Yeah, is that attractive?
I take about 3 scoops of it.
I know. Women are attracted to that, right? They're not attracted to that. They are attracted to good-looking men that are natural. They can smell you out. The best is that you could do is to figure out how to build your body naturally as best as you can to look like you are, how should I put it? You were well fed growing up. That you're not a pauper, you weren't on a slave diet. You understand me? The whole point of really building up your body, eating your natural diet protein, is so that you can build a real body. The more you can build a real body, the more you look fascinating to women. They're like, this guy's, he's nutritious. He grew up like he wasn't denied nutrition. You understand me? Yeah. They see you as healthy. He's very healthy, he's strong, built big, it's natural, and he has a nice looking face. But if you take these plant genetics, your face is gonna get uglier, you're gonna get a moon face, browned, and you're just gonna get fat like this guy. And then when you go off the drugs, you're gonna be more depressed than when you went on it. And it's gonna destroy you, and you're gonna get skinnier than the last time.
A day, once since you're working, and one in the PM. This is gonna, like I said, besides muscle recovery, is a huge component of that.
Muscle recovery. Us bodybuilders, we don't recover, we grow. That's the whole point.
Digestion for the stomach. So this is vital for your morning.
Runners recover. Bodybuilders grow.
And of course, just getting your daily amount of.
He recovers because he wants to keep going to the gym to be a lifting slave, to pump more glycogen in his muscle so he can create more of these sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. He wants to hypertrophy the sarcoplasm, this artificial muscle growth.
Essential amino acids. I like to just knock them out in the morning. I'll get a little bit more throughout the day, as you'll see.
There's nothing in this world that he can convince me that steroids build muscles and that he's actually building muscles, okay? Because science tells you you can't build muscles because it reached the ceiling limit. Get it, dude? The MND size limit.
But it's important to do that. I won't go over all these, but these are just the subs I take first round.
Unless he explains how he gets over MND size limit to continue that growth, there's nothing that he can say or do that will convince me that this is muscle because he injected some plant genetics.
In the morning, the recommended doses, the main ones.
Look at this. This is all artificial food. It's artificial. It'll destroy your body. It'll destroy you over time. Your DNA causes damage. It's toxic.
Here, obviously, liver, lipid, kidney, blood pressure, turmeric is huge, vitamin C, and still.
Vitamin C. Why do you need all these things? They're all found in your natural diet called beef. Beef is not deficient in any nutrient. So why eat this? That makes no sense. See what I mean?
These are what I need in my preparation right now.
Yes, that in his brain he thinks he needs it because somebody has convinced him out there. It's all typical bodybuilders. See how they monkey see, monkey do. One sees and one does. Get it? They all do the same thing. You know what I mean? So they get the same outcome.
Which you guys, everyone has different needs. We have everything at Revive. Check it out. Anything and everything you can think of when it comes to internal health supplementation.
Look, what did Wesley Vissers do differently? Everybody thought he was a loser. He was never going to win. What did he do differently when he came to the Arnold and he won? He beat Dino, this Dino guy that was second to, Bumstead. Why did he win? You understand? Because he did something different, that he broke the mold. He did something. He found a trainer that said, you know what, you need to do something different than what all these other crazy bodybuilders are doing. That's the whole point, to win.
It's helped me over the
But
last.
this guy, he'll never win. He can't win. He'll never win because he does everything the same as everybody else. What was the difference between Dorian Yates and every other bodybuilder? Well, Dorian Yates did something different that every other bodybuilder did not do. That's why he won.
I think 6 years now I've been with Revive, and it's been an absolute blast. So finally, the newest product from Raw that I'm drinking the shit out of.
I have a suggestion for this gear slave. Stop doing all the stuff that all these other bodybuilders are doing and pursue a different avenue, and you may win. Who knows? Even if you are doing it artificially, you're injecting these plant genetics, but you can probably become a better version of yourself on the plant genetics. Did you ever think about that? Look at your face in the mirror. What will change your face? A natural diet will change your face. It's kind of obvious. If everybody online has changed on a carnivore diet, which is your natural diet, then why aren't you on a carnivore diet? Why are you eating all these chemicals? Will they not make you better looking on plant genetics? They do have some synergistic effects. They are temporary, of course. They're cosmetic. They won't last unless you keep injecting them, but maybe they have some synergistic effects. Who the hell knows? But if you eat garbage, then you look like garbage. Garbage in, garbage out. Garbage fake food, artificial, garbage man-made food, carbohydrate, drug-induced diets, and you look like that.
Actually had a full scoop of this out while we're doing. So how I do this is I do one scoop of this in the morning with a big jug of water. This is the new product called Replenish, and obviously it's just a hydration drink. So electrolyte mix has a lot of sodium in there to really make sure that you're hydrating with the water that you're drinking as well. But this has been vital right now, especially being down in Florida with the training intensely like we're doing. I pretty much just sweat all day, as you guys saw out there. But this has helped me immensely in keep making sure that I stay hydrated. I'm not getting too dehydrated from the constant sweating. It is a battle all day. You know, I probably drink 2.5 to 3 gallons of water plus a couple servings of this every day. But that's part of
2 to 3 gallons of water a day. Jesus. That's just crazy. That's toxic. All of this stuff is toxic, what he's doing. It's toxic. He doesn't even realize it.
living down in Florida and enjoying the summer, right? So that's where we're at. I'm going to get all this stuff together, get it down, and then we will head to meal one.
This is meal one? What kind of meal is this? The meal of the future, 21st century. Artificial concoctions, okay. I know people that are promoting these products, but he's actually eating it. He's taking it. Oh my God. Oh man, this is a great way of destroying your looks. More pills to get to toxify himself and look ugly. Jesus. Sad. Right. You know, it's kind of sad watching this guy just plow down all this garbage. It's crazy what he's doing to himself. This is horrendous. It's like what I told you before, you guys. The people that are in prison, what are they eating? Well, let's see. They're eating porridge, oats, porridge, bread, and water. What are people doing in society? Oh, they're eating porridge, oats, bread, and water. You're eating a prisoner diet, a slave diet. Yes, okay. Yes, sir. Yeah, buddy.
Okay, meal number one. All right, this is going to be starting off the day. It's
So that was, I thought that was the first meal. Oh my God.
usually a little something bigger. As you guys will see today, me still being 12 weeks out from a competition.
It's all carbohydrate, carbohydrate-induced fake artificial diet, a drug diet. Carbs are drugs, man. He just doesn't realize it. So yeah, carbs don't build muscles. They make you fat. See, protein builds muscles. So what is he building? If he's eating carbs and he's getting bigger, his muscles are getting bigger. How can muscles get bigger from carbs? Do carbs build muscles? Does sugar build muscles? Not that I know of. I know in science it says protein builds muscles. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on here, dude. He's getting fat.
I am someone that still has to eat a lot of food. So today's total, I mean, maybe we'll count
You know, I'm going to get hate for telling the truth, but I don't care.
it up on this video, but it'll be somewhere between 4,500 to 5,000 calories consumed today on a training day.
Yeah.
Just because we really haven't.
Here's the funny thing. He keeps referring to that as calories. Eating artificial diets are going to eat 5,000 calories of artificial drug-induced carbohydrate diet. But let me ask you this question. I told you before in my videos, when I eat meat, sometimes I can eat up to 4 plates. It depends. Well, now I just keep stacking a lot of meat on the top because I don't want to keep going back to the guy. So I just stack it so high with a lot of meat. Okay, the majority I can get to is the 3rd plate. By the time I get to the 3rd plate, I'll tell you what's going to happen. When it's stacked so high with so much meat, I'm eating so much meat in one seating after my workout. It's going to start tasting bad. It's going to start tasting kind of, it doesn't taste good anymore. And I keep chewing the meat now at some point. I can't swallow another piece. I don't even like leaving meat on the plate, but I think yesterday I actually left about 3 or 4 pieces of meat without even chewing them, because usually I'll just chew it and then spit it out because I'm trying to absorb the nutrients out of the meat if I chew it, because it's in there, the blood and all that, the juice. That's where all the nutrients are. That's why people don't understand. They get scared. They go, "Oh my God, you're gonna drink cow blood? It's coagulated. You can spoon it and eat it. Oh my God, you shouldn't do that." But it's in your beef. That's why people eat bloody beef. They barbecue it a little bit and then they put it on a plate and they go, "Oh, I love it really bloody." Yeah, you love it really bloody because that's what meat is. It's blood. What are you talking about? That's where all the nutrients are. It's in the blood. It's in the blood, in the meat. Hello? Yeah, why do you think hunters drink blood, the blood of the animal? They drink the blood first and then they eat the meat and the organs. They eat the organs and the meat, whatever.
Needed to cut food dramatically, but also I don't usually have to get done, even on a prep. I probably won't get under 3,500 calories in a day. That's just because you have to fuel the muscle.
Fuel the muscle. You don't need to fuel the muscle. You need to grow the muscle. And like I said, leptin and ghrelin is working perfectly when it comes to your natural diet. Leptin will kick in and you won't be able to eat another piece of meat. Yeah. And then you give a while for it to digest. And the moment you feel kind of like empty, then it's time to eat more meat again. So you stay in a positive nitrogen balance. You're anabolic. Your muscles are always growing. They're repairing and growing.
So, me being somebody that my body should probably carry, my frame should probably carry 185, 190 pounds. And I have 275 pounds on it right now. So that's a lot of extra muscle that needs to be fueled.
That's not extra muscle that needs to be fueled. He's so wrong. You're carrying sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, glycogen in your muscle, a lot of it. So it doesn't need to be fueled. Get it? It needs to be maintained by how? When glycogen synthesis exceeds that breakdown. That's why people eat more glycogen, these fake artificial carbohydrate diets, because they're easier to down. It's easy to eat 4 boxes of ice cream and all these powders and everything because ghrelin and leptin doesn't apply. The only time you stop is when you go, "Oh, I feel like I'm going to vomit." Why are you vomiting? Because you've overcapacitated that area, your stomach, whatever. You just threw in stuff. There was no ghrelin and leptin to stop it. You understand me? And then you get an inflammatory response in your stomach and you go, "Well, I think I'm full." Yeah, these are not signs of you being full. You're overcapacitating yourself. You definitely are full, yeah, for sure. But not that kind of full like eating your natural diet meat. Meat does not give you inflammatory response. Your stomach's not going to stick out. You're not going to feel like you're even full. You want to down more, but your body won't let you.
fueled. So if you're doing this right and you have if you're like me and have a good metabolism that works properly, you still have to eat quite a bit. It's just a lot of very clean
No, he doesn't. He's making this stuff up.
food, and it's going to fuel your performance, and you can still lean out that way too. So
They're drugs. Drugs fuel your performance. That's what they do. When you inject these drugs, what are they? They're enhanced performing what? Drugs. Okay, what's sugar? A type of enhanced performing drug. It's made from what? Plants too. They're all made from plants, and they're all toxic. That's what kills you. And driving your body to a degree as well. Do specific things.
we're going to start off today. We're going to get the meal number one is going to involve something you'll see multiple times a day in that huge product that I've been using for years. And this is actually, I got it out here for you. This is rice and grinds from Pride Foods. People call it, rice cereal or cream of rice is what it can be categorized.
Yeah, cream of rice. More toxic rice, man. Cream of rice. It's all garbage. It's slave food, bro. This is a slave food. This is for the prisoners. That's what they fed prisoners.
But this is just their version, and it's a flavored version. So I really, really like that.
Again, can you imagine what he would look like on a natural diet injecting these plant genetics? Like I said, they do have some synergistic effects. So what would he look like on his natural diet instead of eating this slave prisoner diet? This garbage food. This fake artificial food. What would he look like on a natural diet? Obviously, he'll never know because he'll never do it because he's such a slave.
Taste-wise, but also the consistency. I think this is.
Would he win all of his shows if he was on his natural diet, carnivore diet? Would he win all his shows? Possibly. Would he look better? Possibly. Would he look his moon face go away? Yeah. He'd get better looking? Possibly. I don't know. It's something he'd have to experiment and find out. We already know what he's going to look like on the artificial diet. He looks like dog shit. He has a moon face. He's ugly. His body, he's ugly. He looks ugly. He's only relying on the body look because, the rip look, this, that. Yeah, because the steroids have a synergistic effect. But can they make you even look better if you're on a natural diet? It's a possibility. I don't know. It's something he'd have to investigate.
Is the best consistency, and it's the cleanest. I know a lot of people get that orange box from the grocery store.
Look, a lot of people take HCG. Why do they take HCG? They say for weight loss, these women for weight loss. HCG is a very powerful hormone peptide. It's created when women are pregnant. It's a youth drug. So it has synergistic effects. So what happens if you take a youth drug like HCG and you eat a natural diet, a carnivore diet? Well, you're going to look a lot better. That's the whole point.
Or Uncle Ben's or whatever, maybe Uncle Jerry's, I don't know. But that one has a lot of iron in it, as well as it's a brown rice.
Here's the thing. He can walk on the stage all he wants, but if he's unattractive, the judges are not going to pay attention to him. Bumstead is an attractive young man. That's why they look at him. There may be better bodies there hanging around, but he's an attractive young guy. Now, here's another thing. That other dude that won against Dino I talked about, the Dutch guy. So he's a nice looking guy. He's not bad. He's attractive, and he looks even more attractive now because he fixed his look. His look is much better. It's more attractive. You want to be attractive to the judges. The more attractive you can make yourself, the more chances you have of winning. He's trying to make himself ugly. What is the point of going to the sport if you're trying to make yourself ugly by eating garbage all day?
It's actually white organic rice. There's no iron in it, so it's a very cleaner version. And like I said, it's just the consistency. I'm huge on consistency of foods, of how they.
Yes, you'll be consistent and make yourself ugly and unattractive to the judges. I definitely
feel in my mouth. It's kind of a weird thing, but this is something that I always use daily, just because I can get it down very easily. And cream of rice is great because you can get a lot of carbs in and not have to eat.
Again, carbs make people ugly. They make you ugly. They destroy your DNA. They destroy your mitochondria. They destroy your looks. They destroy your face, your body. They make you fat, and they make you ugly and unattractive. Look at the people walking around. They're unattractive. They're fat. They're ugly. Because carbs does that.
as much food as I would say. So like if you get 100 grams of carbs worth of rice or cream of rice, you know, if you try to do that with just regular rice, you're eating, you know, 400 grams of cooked rice, which for me that would take, you know, you sit there and you're just eating rice for a long period of time. It takes too long. So this is a way that condenses it down. I feel it sits in your stomach better. So that's why I really like to have a pre-workout, which you'll see later. But I also do it here in meal one. So what we will do here is we're going to do 135 grams of dry weight. So I like to mix them. Yeah, that's why there's two different colors. So this is peanut butter and this is coconut cream. I've kind of became a connoisseur of rice and grind, so I've found what flavors kind of taste best together. Like I said, just trial and error. So I do this mixture of peanut butter and coconut cream, and it's very, very good because then you also add some almond butter. So you can still diet and taste pretty good too. So that's what we're going to do today. So 135 grams here. This just involves me microwaving it, and then I will show you the additions here in a second. All right, so rice and grinds is cooked up, and so what we will do now is I'm gonna add a little cinnamon. This is just for extra flavoring. Goes pretty well with this. And then this is also from Bright Foods. It's just their almond butter. I really enjoy it just because it's extremely clean. It's just roasted almonds, and it has a little bit of, for this one, it has a little bit of vegan chocolate chips, coconut sugar, coconut oil, and so it gives you a salted chocolate flavor. So this is just, I'm gonna do 25 grams of almond butter here, and just drizzle it over the top. Then I will put this in the fridge for now. This goes in the fridge, probably about 5 to 10 minutes just to cool off. Because it is still very, very hot. And while we are doing that, we are moving to the next thing, the protein sources. So meal one of the day includes 4 eggs. So we're doing 4 eggs and then 5 ounces of chicken. So obviously we're just gonna do this here.
All right, so he's doing eggs and chicken. That's about the best thing, but he's gonna cook it. It's overcooked. This is always the slave diet. Why can't this guy, he's got money, why can't he eat beef, eat steak, beef, high fat animal protein diet? Yeah.
The stove top, and what I will use is, for the 5 ounces of chicken, I use MegaFit meals for all my protein sources. I do some ground beef, I do steak, I do chicken, as well as fish. Fish is in the diet yet, but it will be, so I'll get that ready. So this is just very, very convenient, so all you do is grab and go. I just keep it in my fridge, and I'm able to just weigh things out. It saves so much time, especially throughout the day when you're eating 6 meals a day. If I didn't do this, I was telling someone just a little bit ago, I'd probably end up spending about 5-6 hours in the kitchen every day if I actually had to cook all my proteins. But luckily, MegaFit covers me there, and they are awesome. So still love that.
Welcome, Amazon business owners. And
Man, this is really disgusting. He just is trying to make himself look uglier and uglier. But, you know, he's got eggs. But look, he's killing them. Eat them raw. You can eat eggs raw. Why are you cooking it? You're killing the water-soluble vitamins. This is a walking bomb. A ticking time bomb, this guy. Look, if you were a hunter in nature, you would not be eating eggs. Eggs would probably be the last resort. Here, I'll explain this. You know, when people say, "Oh, well, we missed the hunt." Okay, we missed the hunt. We're humans, whatever. We couldn't get the animal. We don't want to starve, right? We're hungry. Well, a last resort is what? Eating eggs. Eating these eggs from these animals. That's kind of a last resort. But they sell them to you like on a daily basis. You could be eating eggs all the time. The truth is, if you're a hunter, you wouldn't be eating eggs. You'd be eating animals, meat, beef, herbivore, preferably herbivore animals, and raw. That's why you can eat raw beef, because it's not putrid like chicken and pork. They're carnivore animals. They're putrid. They're filled with all kinds of garbage. And then he fries up the chicken. Okay, the eggs. This a dead meal. It's a dead meal. It's been killed.
All right, there you have it. That is meal one. So finishing touchings with a little.
That's meal one. That's a very small meal. When you're into building muscle and you actually worked out, you need to be in a positive nitrogen balance after your workout. Otherwise, you can't repair and grow. So you have to eat a lot. You need to be in an anabolic growth state, positive nitrogen balance. Is this enough to make him in a positive nitrogen balance? Well, he's taking plant genetics, he's injecting it, and that's what's preserving the energy sources in his body. You can read this in science, it'll tell you it preserves energy, the energy in your body. That's what the hormones do. That's why they go up when you're starving. So when you starve, your hormones go sky high. Okay, he's injecting hormones sky high. So what's the body thinking, the brain? What's it thinking? We're starving, right? Got to preserve energy. But the difference here is he's actually taking in more energy. So it's loading in the muscle. That's why people are so dumb thinking that steroids build muscles. They'll build you fake muscles, though.
Bougie, everything bagels, sesame seasoning on the eggs, which I like. But like I said, 4
Jeez, this is gross.
eggs. We have 5 ounces of chicken for the protein sources and fat sources. 135 grams of dry cooked rice and grinds for the rice cereal. 25 grams of almond butter, and lastly, 1 banana. So this is meal 1.
Oh, brother, this is real slave food, man. This is slave food, bro.
We just started for the day.
The best thing he has is probably the chicken and the eggs there, but there's very little there. Normal people eat that for breakfast. He's supposed to be a bodybuilder building muscle. You have to eat like 10 of those if you want to build real muscles. I know. He's carbing.
And then we will be back in a little, not too long, don't worry, for meal number 2.
Yep. Meal number 2. Let's see meal number 2. Where is it?
And then more Mega Fit stuff here, some more chicken. And we're going to do 6 ounces of grilled chicken from Mega Fit meals. So very, very simple. Like I said, you want to stick with something that your body is used to that can digest very well. It's more about performance, not so much about taste. And we're going to...
It's about performance and not taste. Well, he's eating everything for taste, and it's not for performance. Okay.
Get this in, let it digest for about an hour, and then we're perfect to go.
Put it in and let it digest for an hour. A lot of these plant things they're undigestible, dude. Cellulose is undigestible, but it doesn't understand that. That backs up your bowels. It backs up your pipes in your stomach because it's cellulose. It's fiber. It backs you up. You can back up as much as 40 pounds in your stomach, your bowels and everything, your intestines. Could hold up to 40 pounds of poop. So when you weigh yourself, you actually think you're heavier than you are. The truth is, once you clear out all those bowels and take away that 20 pounds or 30 or 40 pounds of poop, you find out that, hey, I don't weigh that much at all.
So let's watch Loba getting this done, and we'll head to the gym.
You're already using Confluence and Jira.
All right, we are just adding in the toppings here, so I do a little cinnamon. I did forget to mention, that's why I'm back, is I also do 100 grams of blueberries. So, like I said, 130 grams of cream of rice.
Why do these bodybuilders, why do they always like blueberries, man? Whatever. I told you, it's monkey see, monkey do. Why doesn't he just tell the truth what he's doing? I'm injecting plant genetics, bro, all day and eating garbage food.
You're doing 30 grams of almond butter, and then to top it off, we will do 100 grams of blueberries, and then the protein.
And you need this why exactly? If protein builds muscles, you need this why? Why? To make yourself more ugly so that you can lose on stage?
Source is the chicken. So we're going to get this down, digest, head to the gym, get a killer workout in, and we will see you for the post-workout. All right, so we are going to be...
He's going to get a killer workout. Workouts are meant to open windows for protein synthesis. That's all they really are. In bodybuilding, when you lift weights, you want to open a window for protein synthesis so you can get bigger muscles, so you can get stronger. That's really the goal, but I don't know what the goal is here exactly.
Getting ready to go to the gym here, and I know it's a full day of eating video, but we also want to show supplementation, and also I do get some...
Of course, it's an eating video. He wants to sell his supplementation to you, useless supplements that you don't need. So you could become as ugly as he is. The uglier you get, the I guess ugly is in. This is the new thing, right? I see some people, young people walking down the street. They put piercings, tattoos, and everything. They try to make themselves horrendously look ugly. I always thought it was based on appearances, right? You know, attraction. Why would you try to make yourself as ugly as possible? Don't you want to be attractive? How are you supposed to win your shows? It's not based on ugliness, bodybuilding. It's based on attractiveness, bro. Maybe in public you want to look ugly. I don't know. Maybe that's the new thing, but not in a competition, dude.
Macros, so carbs in the intra-workout, so I want to show you that to make it a full day, right?
Yeah,
so
full day.
we're heading to the gym here in a second, so we're going to do a pre-workout. I always do a pre-workout. I always side on the edge of these bum series, the Thavage. This one is blackberry lemonade. It's a very, very good flavor.
Okay.
I also will do, since we're more of a pump day today, I'm going to do...
This is more like a science experiment. I love it when he says pump day. That just says it all right there. It's a pump day. Got to pump more glycogen and get fatter than the last time.
2 scoops of, about 1.5 scoops of pump. So
What would he look like if he actually built real? Here's another thing. What would he look like if he built real muscle instead of holding all this glycogen inside the muscles?
there. So that's the pre, that's easy. I'll just take that about 10 minutes before we get there. This is the main one, so this is gonna be the intra workout. I am huge on intra workouts because they initiate the recovery before you even need to leave the gym from that first session. So you're always gonna be ready for the next day if you're starting recovery early. So by having some kind of carb source, hydration source, those are gonna help you start to initiate recovery during your workout. And also
They are?
bring them some immediate, direct glycogen to your muscles.
Yeah, glycogen muscles is that, bro, man. It's not like he doesn't even talk about building muscles at all. Just glycogen and sources and being lifting slave. It's kind of obvious what is going on here. Your instincts are not lying. He's telling you exactly what he's doing.
Get a little bit more boost during your workout just from the sugars involved. But overall,
A boost from the sugars. Sugar's a drug, of course. Enhances your performance, yes.
I've been using an intra for the last 6-7 years. I think it's very, very vital and important. I think everybody should be doing it. And it just varies on how much carbs you want to put in there. So what I'm doing right now is I'm doing actually 50 grams of carbs. I like to split that up, so I will do...
More carbs.
I actually do 25 grams of this intra workout just as just unflavored. And then I do 20...
I told you, more carbs. It's all carbohydrates. Now, these so-called what they call protein powders, they're just all carbs, really, too. They're just sugar. Nasty sugars, too. Maltodextrin, all kinds of stuff. It's really nasty for you.
5 grams of this Fuel, the orange flavor. That way this...
Man, he's doing a good job. If he's trying to make himself as ugly as possible, lose the show, he's doing a wonderful job.
The Fuel is more of like a hydration carb mix, and then this is just pure, this is the cluster dextrin, I believe. Yes, so this is just pure cluster dextrin. And
What did he say? Clartodextrin? Maltodextrin? Clartodextrin. Some toxic poison.
this is a mix of both with some hydration products in it too. It's just, the orange is, I'm not a huge flavor.
Toxins affect your face. They make your face ugly. These toxins. That's what they do.
I'm not a huge, let's say candy flavor guy, so I noticed that too much of that.
Yeah, the addiction is higher than the will. I can't help it. I can't stop making myself uglier than the last time. I have to eat these artificial foods. I can't help it. I have to down them because they make me beautifully ugly.
It just wasn't sitting well with me during the workout. So what I did is broke it up. I densed it down a little bit with more just unflavored carbs, and this is a perfect ratio right here. So half and half. Also to that, I will add
Flavored carbs, man. Is this creatine? What do you need that for?
1 scoop of creatine, so about 5 grams there.
And you need that why? You're man. This is terrible.
For the intra workout, and then finally I do 10 more grams of the glutamine. So glutamine's gonna be vital.
And you need this glutamine. Why exactly, bro? He has no clue why he's downing them. They're products. I'm selling them, so I have to take them. Yes, okay.
Recovery as well as digestion. So I like to do that intra. So at least 4 will go into that.
Digestion, recovery, they have nothing to do with recovery or digestion. They screw your digestion and your recovery.
Probably 30 ounces of water and just sip on it throughout the workout. So that is the nutrition for the workout today.
That's nutrition? Well, that nutrition makes... Well, I didn't know that type. That's the type that makes you really ugly. The real nutrition, like beef, when you're eating beef, it makes you look amazing. Yeah.
It's gonna probably stay the same. Once we get closer to the show, the carbs will go down, so we'll probably go down to like 25 grams or whatever. But for now, we use this,
Yeah, it's got to go down 25 grams.
to help us with our recovery, aid us in our performance. And it's gonna.
We need recovery and performance. I thought he was all about building muscle and a physique, having a nice looking physique. Isn't that the point? And then winning the contest. I guess not in his book. I don't know what it is.
Help you and yours as well. So we will see you after the gym. Give me a little pull, buddy.
I'm going to explain to all you. You want to make yourself so goddamn attractive that women can't stop resisting you. And how do you do that? You need to tighten your belt and stop eating drugs, these carbohydrate drug-induced diets all day. If you want to be attractive to society, public, wherever you are, your job, your woman, whatever it is, it'll make you look attractive if you're on your natural diet. Trust me, it's going to make you look super attractive and you're going to become more and more attractive. The more you eat your natural diet, the more attractive you shall become. The more you will attract other people to you. It's like magnetism. You want to attract people to you? Try to make yourself as attractive as possible. This guy is doing the opposite. He's trying to make himself as ugly as possible. Okay, the workout's meaningless to me, but whatever. He's going to eat again. More dieting here.
8 ounces of water. We're gonna go 2 scoops or a little bit over 2 scoops.
Jesus, Rice Krispies. Oh, man. This real slave diet, bro. You think this stuff is going to make him attractive and look good? Remember, these hormones are doing something synergistically. They're speeding up stuff. So they're just speeding up the ugliness, more and more ugly. I bet you if he took out a picture of what he looked like before he took in plant genetics and what he looks like now, you're going to see a big difference. You're going to notice he looks aged and uglier than when he did before he took it, because it has a synergistic effect. Now think about the synergistic effect of steroids and you eating a natural diet. What would happen?
I do 65 grams of whey isolate from Raw Nutrition, and then we're going to do 110 grams of...
Yes, take hormones, take these plant genetics, and eat all this garbage food so that you can look as ugly as possible. Yeah, that's the goal. Hey.
rice cereal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rice cereal and what? Water and some powder?
And again, this one's very, very fast, very, very quick to make.
Yes, I want to look as ugly as possible. Yes, yes. Yes.
Measuring our success in the third.
Eating rice out of a rice cooker off the stove for many years, but I ended up.
Yes, rice off rice cooker, more arsenic, rice, carbohydrate, drug-induced diet. Look, he's got oil here. This is just gross stuff, man. This video is going to take forever, so I have to speed it up. Look, he's got oil in there.
Olive oil, avocado oil, MCT oil. There's many different types out there. I prefer the.
Yes, he has all these weird concoctions and things. The oil, it's seed oils are the worst for you. They really mess you up.
Avocado, it digests the best. It tastes the best to me. So we'll do 20 grams of that. So we're getting fats from the red meat, obviously, but mainly
Avocados, okay.
a lot more comes from the avocado.
The old saying, you are what you eat.
Oil. So this is going to be more of a higher fat meal for me, which is perfectly fine.
Listen to what he says, a higher fat meal. Well, it isn't based on animal fat now, is it? A high fat meal would be animal fat. Well, he concludes this as high fat meal. That's why you're all dying of cardiovascular disease. High fat, oil, plant diets, food, carbohydrates, carbohydrate fat. Yeah, and oil, MTC oil, and whatever this oil is, bro.
Because like I said, I still need quite a few calories to, support my training, my recovery, and everything.
Why do you need calories? You need nutrients. You don't need calories.
And so you can get a lot of that from fats, and it doesn't fill you up too much, or it doesn't.
Yeah, you get it from animal fats, not seed oils and carbohydrates, dude. What is he talking about?
Messed up digestion. So oils, olive oils, avocado oils helps a lot with that. So again, just to read.
No, it doesn't. Avocado oil is the worst. What are you talking about?
Yeah, we have
They're all from smashed seeds, which are toxic. Everything here is made from seeds. They smash it. They smash them down. The seeds are toxic. It's inside there. They're not, the manufacturers are not going to put it on the label. By the way, there's arsenic in here, or cyanide, and this type of poison, and that type of poison, and we're poisoning you slowly. That's why you're looking so ugly. You understand me, bro?
8 ounces of ground beef, 93.7. We have 70 grams.
Okay, 8 ounces of, that's good. He's got beef, but how much fat do you have in there of animal fat? You need to grind it in there a lot more.
Worth of carbs from white rice, jasmine rice.
Again, carbohydrates, bro. White rice, arsenic, more toxicity.
We have sushi rice, I like to call it, and it's about 70 grams of carbs in there.
Oh
so
my
one
God,
pack of
more
that.
carbs.
That's what it is right now. And like I said, this is what I usually do is I usually just combine this all into a bowl. And I'm not gonna lie, the chicken, the rice, almond butter, and the banana, I just put it into a bowl, a mush, and it does taste very, very
A mush with bananas. This is gross, man. Jesus Christ.
good with some sea salt on it. But I'm actually gonna make it look kind of pretty. We gotta take a few pictures.
Yeah.
Digestive issues last year before the Olympia, so I had to pull out of the Olympia.
Okay.
I have to do it that way. Like I said, a lot of people don't like to fast over that, which ideally that would probably be better. But me being someone that has to consume so many calories in one day, it's better for me to space them all out.
You don't have to be somebody to consume so many calories in one day. You're taking steroids. So if steroids build muscles, then protein synthesis must exceed that breakdown to see that mass on that myofibrillar. So why isn't he doing any of that? Want to know why? Because I explained to all of you it's fake. It's fake, and none of you will understand this because the people out there are so dumb. They don't understand he's just getting fat. That's all it does. Steroids do not build muscles because if they did build muscles, then where's his muscles when he goes off the steroids? See what I mean? And if they could build muscles, then why doesn't he eat protein all day? Because doesn't protein build muscles? That's why all you people are so brainwashed, brain dead out there. I'll see you in the next video. Tell us what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel. Yeah, blueberries are building these muscles. 24/7, dude.